Hey everybody, I think I'm starting to finally figure this out. I hope you're all doing well. Um, if you're anything like me, this is kind of driving you buggy at this point. We've hit the part of the show where this is just kind of starting to get boring being at home all the time. Now, here's the thing I'm excited about today. I think I have a way for us to do robotics now because Vex managed to push out something really quick that I guess they've been working on. They didn't intend it on releasing it this quick, but managed to push it out because everybody's stuck away at home. So I'm going to show you some of that. So at this point, I have to start figuring out how to get marks out of this class. And I've let you all work on whatever you want to work on, and I'm happy to let you keep working on what you want to work on. However, if it's more fringy stuff, then we just have to start thinking about, okay, how am I going to show my learning um, and show me that you learn stuff. Now, I really need people making like at least a post every week on towards the end of the week of what you learned, and a lot of you are, which is awesome. But if you haven't done that yet and you're watching this, please start making posts on stuff you've learned. If you don't know what to do, please email me. Now, the robotic stuff should be, I think, not so bad for most people. If you don't know what to do, I would recommend doing that because I'm going to do up some tests for it because I could see how I could use this stuff for the future, so I can put a lot of work into it and know it's not just kind of just a one-off thing. So first things first, today in history of computers, well, this week in history of computers, and to be more correct, next Saturday in the history of computers, Microsoft on May 2nd, 1983, introduces the two-button mouse. Look at that sleek looking piece of equipment there. Look at that computer. Okay. Two-button mouse. If you look at this here, well, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I got 7 or 8 buttons on that mouse. So we've got out of control now. But back then, that was a big thing. I remember before that, Apple had a mouse. It was a one-button mouse. So high tech. 1983. What was that? 37 years ago, next Saturday. So, if you're doing nothing else next Saturday, have a nice little moment of silence, gather your family around, and say, you know what? Historically, the two-button mouse came out. So, let me put you through the new stuff here. So, I'm going to do, if we go to the website, the class website, let's bring it up. Class website, I'm making too much room here. There we go. Smally size me. So, you'll notice a new button. That goes to the Vex Robotics thing, which I'll show you in a bit. Your what to do this week will look different by the time you're here. It'll be my video face here, and then what to do this week. Okay. In the what to do this week, there's going to be a forum of some sort for you to fill out because I want you to hammer down what you're working on. People have told me, hey, I'm working on this, and that's good, and they've been giving updates, but some people have been bouncing around a bit, which is totally cool too. I just want to know, hey, what are you working on this week here? And I'm going to give you a spot to just give me some feedback on, hey, what can I be doing different? Am I giving you too much work, not enough work, stupid work, but enough work, like all sorts of stuff. You can tell me what you think and what more you want to get out. And I think I might actually put a survey little question in just saying, hey, what else are you taking? Because as I've always said, if you're taking math, science, and English, I want you focusing on those things. I'm happy if you can't get help with your math class and some science. I can do some science. I'd be happy to help you with that stuff too, because you're going to need that stuff next year, because next year's course will assume you learned it, whether you learn it or not. And so it doesn't matter if you pass if you don't know how to do the stuff next year. So let's make sure you learn the stuff this year that you're supposed to learn. And so if you need extra time for that, I can help you with that. And then this stuff here we'll do. If you don't get all the robotic stuff down this year and take my course next year, we'll fix it then. So what do I have new for robotic stuff? Okay, so we still have the Tinkercad up here if you want to do Tinkercad. VexVR is a new platform where they have programming. Now this kind of looks like different programming environments that we used in ModKit. Okay, it's not exactly the same, but it's kind of similar. So if I want to program my robot, I want to say when the robot starts, I'm going to make it go forward 200 millimeters. And I don't know if sound's coming through on this, but there was a nice satisfying click when it did that. Then I'm going to get it to turn right, and then I'm going to get it to go forward for 200 meters. And then I press start, boom, and I go in my mind, okay, it goes up, turns right, and goes, and I have to do that all in my imagination. Now, the cool thing I found out is Vex came out with something called Playground. Okay, so we're going to put Playground over here. Let's make it a little bit bigger. There's a robot. Now, watch this. It totally didn't do what I wanted it to do. Now, why is that? I know why. Because turn right, let's make it turn right 90 degrees. And then we'll do that. So we'll reset it. There we go. Go, go, go. Beauty. Now, reset. Why is this cool? This makes it super cool. Look at this. We can actually look at our robot here and say, okay, now we're going to run it. Here we go. We're following the robot. We can do some fancy stuff with this, and we can see what's going on. So that's why I'm excited about this. If you're into robotics at all, let's work through this stuff here. Okay. Now, there is another thing. I'm not going to put it in this week. Originally, I was going to make it all the purpose of this week, but I'm going to hold off for a little bit. But in my forum question, then I'm going to get you guys to sign out, like tell me a few things. I'm going to ask if you want to be on a robotics team next year, because I've talked about having a team. We're going to have a competition team, and Vex released the game for next year. So if you want to be on that team, let me know. And what I'm going to do is, if you're on that team, I'm going to give you extra stuff to do. That extra stuff is considered club stuff. It's not for class or anything like that, but it's just to get us a head start so we don't fall behind, because we can't be. If I was in class, I'd give you all this stuff to do and show you, and it wouldn't be for marks. It'll be the same idea. It'll get you to start thinking. It'll also be so we can figure out who is going to be on the teams next year, because in addition to you guys, which is the robotics guys and the people I had first semester, there's also over 50 grade 9s coming in who are taking 2 robotics classes next year. So we're going to have a lot of people in the school interested in robotics. So I want to give you guys a head start. So I'm going to make a video just on how to use this VR coding environment here. I'm not going to show you everything, but I'm going to give you enough stuff to get through the first stuff. But what I'm going to get you to do this week, head start, if you want to know what's going to happen, is if you go into the content, Vex Code VR stuff is right here. If you need a refresher with the coding environment, go through this stuff here. It tells you what all the different blocks do and stuff like that. And then I'm going to get you to do these 3 activities here. And if you've been doing a lot of stuff with the robots in class, you'll get through these pretty quick. And if you're bored and still want to do stuff, just play around with the environment. I'll be bringing more stuff in after that. So, hope everything's going well. Let me know if you have any questions or anything like that. And I hope you have an awesome week. Take care.